Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the video. So we actually have a Comic-Con teaser and also some pretty big casting news for Season 11 that I want to talk about, and also what this might mean for Comic-Con. So before we jump in, I obviously have to warn you for spoilers for The Walking Dead Season 10. And also, in case you didn't know, this Friday is the big Walking Dead day. They're actually having Comic-Con at home this Friday. They're going to be talking about the Season 10 finale. We are going to be getting a release date. A lot of people are thinking August. A lot of other people are thinking October or November. It's going to be within that range for sure. I don't think it's going to be airing this Sunday coming up. I don't think that will be the surprise. I'd be so surprised. I just don't see it. I really don't see them putting it out this Sunday. That would be amazing. Imagine watching it this Sunday in 6 days. That would be cool, but I just don't see it. August maybe, but for me personally, I'm thinking October or November. But regardless of what I think, they will be announcing the release date on Friday, and everyone's super hyped. We're going to have the cast doing this live stream thing, and everyone's going to be able to watch, so that's actually more awesome for me personally, because I've never been to a Comic-Con before, at least the one in California, so every year when I'm watching the updates, I'm just following, or I guess when I had Twitter, I followed it on Twitter, or I'm just following everything online, and so this year, I actually get to watch the announcements as they're coming in. I get to watch everything live, so it's just a lot of fun. So if you're new to the channel and you want updates and all that, make sure to be a subscriber. I will be posting videos on any new trailer footage that we do get this Friday. Any kind of announcement, all the information we're going to get, I will be doing a video for. I actually saw today, somebody sent me something that they posted this little Comic-Con teaser, which was kind of cool, basically just hyping up this Friday, and they hope that everyone's able to join them and that. But anyways, we'll talk about that in a video most likely coming tomorrow or the next day. Also, I'm doing another Q&A video, so if you have any questions to ask me, just go follow me on Instagram, and I already put a post up there, so just post your question there. I'm still taking questions, but I'm going to be working on my video in the next couple of hours, so yeah. The first piece of news that we did learn, and this is probably something that we were going to learn this Friday at Comic-Con, which is that Margot Bingham has been cast in Season 11 of The Walking Dead as Stephanie. Obviously, she was the voice on the radio. We've talked about this before, actually. She wasn't officially cast yet because they were supposed to keep her role a secret, but now they have officially casted the character, and I think the casting is so perfect. So before I get into what this means, because I do think this means that we're getting new footage and we might actually see Stephanie in some kind of trailer airing this Friday. It just kind of seems weird they're announcing it right now, like the week leading up to Comic-Con, just because, yeah. Anyways, The Walking Dead posted on Twitter here saying, breaking at Margot Bingham, or Margot, right? I'm saying that right. I'm so bad with names, it's crazy, but Margot Bingham has been cast in Season 11 of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow her and find out more about her role here. So if you want, you can go check that out. I'll leave a link down below actually to that if you want to go check it out, but she's playing a character that goes by the name of Stephanie, and she is a resident of the Commonwealth, and she actually is, she's basically Eugene. They're practically the same person. That's why they got along so well this season, even though it was just the voice. They got along so well. They just, they clicked. In the comic, what happens, and this will contain spoilers just for those that, don't want to know any of that. This will contain spoilers for that. She actually ends up with Eugene, and she ends up with Eugene practically for the rest of her life. Obviously on the show, they can change it up. But this is Eugene's soulmate. If you believe in soulmates, this is Eugene's soulmate. They end up together, and they're together for the rest of... I can't remember, actually. You guys can correct me down below. I'm pretty sure Stephanie dies. We don't see it. I think she just lives her own natural life or whatever, but I think she just dies of old age or something like that. And Eugene is seen by her grave or something, but I could be totally wrong with that. I can't remember the last issue too well. The point is, they end up together forever. They are just madly in love. And so, for those that are shipping Eugene and Rosita, obviously the show can still do that, but that is most likely not going to happen. It's going to be Stephanie and Eugene, and I think it works. They're practically the same person. We saw how much they were getting along. They were singing the Iron Maiden song. She knows Iron Maiden. Eugene's already a badass for knowing Iron Maiden. She also knows Iron Maiden, so I love her that much more. Now, what does this mean for the season, or for Season 11? Well, I think this actually means that we might be getting more footage in the finale. Just because, why are they announcing it right now, this week leading up into Comic-Con? If we see her in some new footage coming this Friday, people are going to be wondering who she is. Well, if you announce it earlier, then people who obviously follow online and stuff like that, like you're going to know, you're able to announce casting like that. I think it just makes sense. I do think we're probably going to get new footage. At least in my opinion, I think that we probably will just based off of this. They're probably not going to keep her a secret anymore just because, I mean, they have to change up the hype for the finale and how they want to tell the story of this finale because of everything going on right now. Like, if the finale was going to air originally when it was supposed to air, they wouldn't have told us about Stephanie or anything. It just would have happened, right? And then they would have announced the casting, and then we would have got all that, and things would have just played out, the way it was supposed to. But because there's this one episode that they have to air, they almost have to air this thing like it's a movie. And that's why I think it's not coming out in August, because they got to build up hype for this movie. Like just think of this episode as a movie. They're announcing casting here. They're probably going to show some new footage. There will be a release date in October or November. We'll get some more teasers here and there throughout the next month, or I guess 2-3 months. It just makes sense. It makes sense that they're going to do it that way, because why just air it as a random episode in August? Like that's not fun. Yeah, you want to see it, but you want to, I'd rather watch this episode in October, not in the middle of summer. That just seems too weird for me. And so I think this casting hints that we are going to get new trailer footage. Obviously, we'll have to wait and see. This year is just really weird, but I'm just trying to think of you're having this Comic-Con panel. Yeah, it's live. You're not having this big event where a bunch of fans are paying to be there. Usually if you do that, you're going to show the new trailer or things like that, right? But this year, things are different. People are at home. Maybe you can get away with not showing anything. And we know we're getting the release date, but I think we're going to get more than that. They'll probably announce the release date, and it might even be at the end of trailer footage. They'll show more footage. We might see a Commonwealth troop, or we might see Stephanie kind of in the same scene, and then at the end or something, it'll just say returning October, whatever, or November. I'm telling you guys, I still think on Halloween, October 31st, it's the perfect date. You want to know why? It's because The Walking Dead Season 1, Episode 1, the very first episode aired on Halloween in 2010. This Halloween, it will literally have been 10 years to the day since this is just a one-off episode, just aired on that day. I think it works perfectly. As for what this means, we'll have to talk about this a little bit more in depth in a future video, just because there's so much to get into with the Commonwealth and Stephanie and what this storyline exactly means. But there's a lot of exciting stuff here. Her character, I guess I should say, in general, with the Commonwealth, she is how our group gets a little more familiar with them and how we're able to, I guess, communicate more with them. And there's not a lot there with her character, at least later on in the arc, but that can always change. And I do hope they change it, because there's a lot you can do with that character, especially if her performance is amazing, right? As the character, Princess, for example, leading up to that character's reveal, everyone was so worried about the character, oh, she's going to be so annoying and all of that. And then we see her. Actually, I guess when we first saw her, we were still a little worried, I guess. And then a week later, we got to actually see her. We spent a whole episode with her, and I really like her. A lot of fans love her now. And I think it's because of the actress's performance. She does the character right. And, she can pull off a lot of what I think lacked in the comics with the character. Because in the comics, she just came across as annoying because she just talks so much and you're just reading all of it, right? On the show, you can actually kind of tone it down a little bit, or you can actually be that out there. And if you're funny, you're charismatic, it works. And I think that's why the Princess works really well in the show. As for what else we can expect during Comic-Con, I'll be talking about that all week. I mean, this week is going to be a pretty big week for The Walking Dead. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to be a subscriber. Obviously I did this video here. I'll be doing a Rick Grimes video coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, followed by a Q&A. I do have some other horror videos that I have planned here. I'm just looking at my list here of stuff I'm doing all week. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but the main event is Friday. So yeah, that's only 4 days away, right? So get hyped for that. But post your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys are thinking about all of this. I am just super excited. I can't believe that Comic-Con is in just 4 days from now. I wish we were getting season 11 footage, but it looks like we're probably just going to be focusing on the finale, which is totally fine. I just hope that it's worth it, and I really hope we get some footage, and that the release date, at least for me, it's more of how they handle it. I want the finale to feel like it's kind of being hyped and it's exciting and stuff, just because it's going to be really sad that this October there's no new Walking Dead stuff, no new season, so for me as a fan, it's just kind of, yeah, I don't know, I guess we'll wait and see. But post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.